So go through this video very sincerely and very attentively, because each step will be demonstrated. CPR, we follow the ABC, and to be exact, doctor's ABC. So what is D? D stands for danger. So we have to look around for danger, so that sometimes there can be some calamity and there may be danger to your life if you go and stab there. Then you have to see the response. You call the patient, and if the patient is not responding back, then you shout for help. So this is doctors. And then A stands for airway. You have to lift the chin up and you have to ensure that the airway is not blocked. And then you see whether the patient is breathing or not breathing. You look for the movement of the chest. You listen to the breath sound and you feel the breath sound against your cheek. So all three steps will help you in finding out whether the person is breathing or not. And then we have to also go to the next step, that is the circulation. And here you can see, you can keep your mobile on speaker mode so that you can be in touch with the ambulance and you can describe what is going on, so that they can also tell you what to do next. And here you can see next step is restoring the circulation. So how you will restore the circulation? You will start CPR. So you interlock your fingers of the hand, your left hand below and your right hand on the top for a right-handed person, and then you start giving compressions and you push hard at the rate of 100 to 120 pushes in. And here you can see the compression should be at least 5 centimeter. So every minute you have to compress. Every minute you have to compress 100 to 120 times. This is the AED, automatic external defibrillator, which will give shock. So when a cardiac arrest occurs, it is a more serious emergency and you have to revive the patient immediately. So somebody falls in front of you, becomes unconscious. So then you have to first find out whether this is because of cardiac arrest or patient is having a massive heart attack. So how will you differentiate is that I will tell you in the subsequent slides. And here I will add one more thing to it, that is a stroke. So if a patient drops unconscious in front of you, either he can be having a cardiac arrest or he may be having a heart attack, massive heart attack, or he may be having a stroke. So how will you differentiate whether it is a stroke? If the patient is having a stroke, he will not respond to you. Massive stroke, patient will become unconscious, but his heart will keep on pumping. So if there is a pulse and if you can hear the person maybe even breathing, so if you can see that he is breathing also and his heart is pumping, you can feel his pulse, that means he may be having a stroke or he may be having a massive heart attack. But if there is no breathing, if there is no pulse, then that means patient has had a cardiac arrest. Cardiac arrest, no pulse, no breathing. Okay. So now you understand difference between cardiac arrest, stroke and heart attack. So cardiac arrest is a dire emergency. If you don't revive the person within 3 to 5 minutes, the brain will become permanently dead. Understand? The brain will become permanently dead, and after that, even if you revive the patient, heart may start pumping, but brain will not be revived. So you have just few minutes to revive the patient from a cardiac arrest. So those 3 minutes are very important and very crucial. So what you will do in those 3 minutes, that is the main purpose of this class. But before we tell you this, you have to understand whatever we have told you in the last couple of hours. So once you know all that, that will help you in the next 2-3 minutes doing whatever action is required. Now I will show you a video. You just see what is happening. So just the man is walking and suddenly he falls down on the floor. So what we are supposed to do? So everybody is just watching. So first of all, somebody should call the ambulance. And here we have one person, and he fortunately knows how to revive. So first he calls the person, and then there is no response, no breathing. So that means he has a cardiac arrest. So he will start reviving immediately. And what we call is the CPR, cardiopulmonary resuscitation. So you can see here the posture. You have to give pressure from the shoulder, otherwise you will break the ribs, and your hands are interlocked with each other, the fingers, and pressure is from the palm. So you have to thrust hard so that you can pump circulation into the brain, and you have this AED, automatic external defibrillator, which if available you can attach, and it will give shock to the person, and this will help in reviving the cardiac arrest. So subsequently I'll tell you which rhythms are shockable, which are not shockable, so you can save a life. And everybody should learn this, because you have just 3 to 5 minutes to act, and if you don't act in those 3 to 5 minutes, the person will be dead in front of you. So after 3 weeks, this person is sitting at home, fully revived. So we have revived many patients, like in the cardiac ICU, if the person has cardiac arrest, then the chances of revival are 10% in a cardiac ICU. Even in the public, if person collapses, and in Western countries, like most of the people are able to revive, so half of the person will survive. But in a cardiac ICU, I think should be nearly 99%. Because if a person collapses in cardiac ICU, if you are not able to revive, then it is a shame on the cardiac ICU.